I tend to find that I have a particular interest in some birds, and one way of me exploring that interest a little bit further and putting it to use is to make one of these little ebooks that I send out each month with my newsletter. This one's from January 22, when I focused on the coot, and I find public domain poems and do a research around sort of any interesting facts that I find and stories and things, fables and that sort of thing. And it's just a way of me getting a little bit of a deeper understanding about the particular bird or animal that I'm interested in. I've started to incorporate plants a little bit more lately. In the last year, I've started to put plants in there as well. So I focus on a different bird and a plant each month. So these are some of the illustrations that were made around the time I was making the book about coots. I was really fascinated by their feet, but also by the shapes of their body. So this one is working in ink and acrylic. This is the same. They're just very quick sketches, which were exploring sort of movement and personality. I find they have quite a striking personality, particularly in breeding season. They start chasing each other and fighting with each other. I just find them full of character. I haven't focused on ducks yet in my books, but it is on my list of birds to look at, because there are a whole variety of ducks that I could research into. It will be a case of whether there's anything to add to my book, like the poetry, etc. If there's no poetry, then I can't really do it, but I'm sure I can find some poetry on ducks. Quite a few of these were painted in situ. This was at Slimbridge. They have quite a large flock of grey-lag geese. There's a resident there. They used to be migratory, but now they're mostly resident there, I think just because they get fed so well. Slimbridge is an amazing place to visit, and I've had the pleasure of exhibiting there a couple of times as well. I've only seen bitterns once or twice. They're amazing birds, and again they make really unusual shapes with their bodies. Water rail, some curlews. I do make lots of prints of curlews actually. Don't particularly like these drawings, but they're just there. It's a purple sandpiper. I was actually asked to do that illustration for somebody, and I don't particularly like it. I find it it's not like one of my drawings. It's a little bit too neat, I think, for one of my drawings. It's a godwit. Heron. I think that's probably a green shank, but I can't actually remember. Might be a dunlin. Possibly a red shank, and possibly another red shank. Stone curlew. This is a bar-headed goose, and I've never seen them in the wild, but I have seen them at Slimbridge, and they have this incredible story that they fly higher than the Himalayas, and they do that because they actually predate the Himalayas, which is rather amazing. I thought I think they are the highest flying bird. Of course, there's lots of swans at Slimbridge as well, including mute swans, mostly Buick swans, and it's a great place to visit in the winter when the Buick swans are there. So I hope you enjoyed flicking through some Waterbirds, and if you liked what you saw, hopefully you'll subscribe, and maybe subscribe to my newsletter, which is all free, and the little ebook comes out to you every month free, and for as long as I make them. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.